Yeah, she told me to get out. And the last story. Okay, no, I'm not gonna do that. What's up, guys? If you're wondering why I'm holding this mic, I'll explain that later. But this is gonna be where I start the second story. So we last left off where she said, "Get out." Basically, how that went. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff. So I get kicked out, right? At this point, I'm working at a job called TJ Maxx. I'm working at a warehouse at a distribution center, and I get kicked out flat out. I'm making decent money at this job, but by this time, I've had to pay $2,000 for an. And now I'm kind of broke on top of that. I wouldn't say completely broke. At that point, I would say I had enough to get an apartment, but I couldn't do it in that short amount of time, I guess. Also, it just wouldn't make sense. I don't think I had enough at that time to sustain having an apartment and that job, so it just wouldn't make sense for me. But yeah, I was fucked from that situation. There's this guy at my job. His name's Drew. He's a black guy. He's from Chicago, and me and him have been pretty cool at that job. We'd hang out a lot. We'd chill out. We'd go out. We would do some things, right? So me and him were pretty cool. I'm hitting up a bunch of people at this time because obviously I'm fucking homeless at this time, right? At this time, the only thing I had to my name was a 2002 manual Honda Civic. I don't know why I threw manual in there, but I was fucked. I'm gonna just say a week, solid week. I slept in my Honda Civic. Mind you, you guys don't know how tall I am. If you know me in person, I am 6'4". I don't know if you know how small a '02 Civic is, and mind you, it was an '02 Civic coupe. Yes, a coupe. No back. I had a small backseat, but I'm 6'4", so it's not like I can fit nor lay back there. I'm sleeping in a Honda Civic coupe with no AC. Mind you, I can't even move this car, so at this point, I'm homeless, but I'm still in my own neighborhood, G. Put it to you this way, like I'm homeless at home, in front of the home. It doesn't even make sense. At this point, I basically just gotta find a way to get into some type of shelter. So I'm hitting up a bunch of friends. And one of the friends I hit up is Drew. Drew came through. I'm not gonna lie. Thank God Drew came through. Drew was a big help for me. He helped me move all my stuff from my house to his place and let me stay with him for a period of time. And then eventually, we kind of settled in there and things got pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. Me and him had a lot of fun there, and yeah, it kind of worked out. I'm not gonna say that terribly, but I lived with him, I'd say for, I'm gonna guess like 6 months. I'm gonna guess, not even 6. I'm gonna guess 4. I'm gonna guess a solid 4 months. Or before this whole process of me getting kicked out or whatever, go back to the military. Yes, I was in the process of joining the military. I started joining January 1st, and at this point, it's more than 6 months past that date. So at this point, I have like a few more months until I have to go to the military. So once I moved out, I'm still making the visits. I have to meet up with my recruiter at the time. I joined the Air Force. I might make some videos about that too, because the Air Force was a pretty good experience. I'm not gonna lie. Keep going to my Air Force recruiter visits. I do everything I need to, and I'll be honest, I didn't want to join the military. I was really going back and forth about it. I didn't want to join. It wasn't my choice. It's basically something I was forced into, to be honest with you. It's something I never thought I'd have to do, right? But I made the final decision to join. I'm not gonna say I kind of regret that, but I feel like it would have saved me a lot of time just not joining. It wasted a lot of my time, to be honest. But I'm here now. Everything happens for a reason, and honestly, I feel like I'm in a better position today than I am then. I'm grateful for whatever the Air Force did for me, whatever the few checks they gave me. I'm very grateful for that. But I decided to join the Air Force. My joining date was December 7th. I shipped out 2 days before my birthday, and before I had shipped out, crazily enough, oh my God, I forgot to say this. Okay, so before I joined the Air Force, I think maybe 2 months before I went in, this is gonna sound terrible. Me and my ex-girlfriend Leslie, we were having communications, right? Mind you, at the time, I think I'm like 19, 18, and we're having communications, and I don't know for what stupid, dumb, crazy reason I had in my head, but I took this cheating, lying, manipulative woman back. Yes, I took her back. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, I took her back. That's crazy, right? I really simped. That's gonna be my only simp moment in life. You guys are gonna be the first and last to hear this. That was my first, only, last simp. It's not happening again. It was a crazy time in life, I will say that. But hey, it happens to the best of us. You know, I had to simp to get better. But I took the girl back, and long story short on that, I broke up with the bitch again within a month. Motherfucking month. Right before I left again to the Air Force, I broke up with her again. And I feel like I have to explain why, because I don't want to leave you guys with a cliffhanger like that. Long story short, I'm gonna explain this event as best as I can. This was not the best event on my part or her part, right? But I'm definitely gonna explain this with complete honesty. So one day, Mind you, we're back together technically in a relationship at this point. So we're back at her place, we're chilling, but for some reason she wanted me to drink. When I first started dating this girl, I had never been drunk in my life before I started dating this girl, right? I started dating this girl. I remember I pulled up to her on the 4th of July to be with her family and be with her. And this is before we were even together. This is the day before we got together, actually. She asked me out. She asked me out in the car. I pull up to her on 4th of July and she's already drinking Hennessy. She's pretty drunk. So this is the first time I'm seeing her drunk, and then she offers me a drink. I say no at first, but her and her sister, they're both drunk, keep offering me drinks. It's Hennessy, by the way. I take like a little sip of it. I don't really get drunk. I get a little tipsy. And I tell her it feels like I smoked a blunt or something. Fast forward to this event that I'm about to explain, and she wanted me to get drunk with her. And, you know, for old time's sakes, I agreed, because we'd always had really good times drunk. It'd never been anything weird. I'm a happy drunk. Some people are like mean drunks, sad drunks. I'm a happy drunk, right? I'm a pretty good person to be around when I'm drunk. But on this faithful day, what I will say is things did not go. And the reason things did not go well, this girl, she was a very liar, manipulator. I kind of explained in my last video. If you guys didn't see that, link up there, go check out the last video. It explains kind of what's happening in this one. But that girl was a liar, manipulator, and caused a lot of problems. I'm not gonna say I didn't cause any problems, but I would definitely say the bulk, I would say 90% of it. And this is not, I'm saying this as honestly as possible, because if I fucked up, I'll say it. Everything else was on this chick, I'll be very honest. She wanted me to drink with her, so we ended up drinking. I'm gonna tell you what happened from my perspective, and then I'm gonna say hers. So from my perspective, we are chilling, we are watching movies. I'm drinking a little bit of tequila, Casamigos, you know. She's getting aggravated because I'm not drinking as much, because I'm sipping a little bit. I'm not trying to get super drunk, but apparently she just wanted me to get drunk, bro. So mind you, I'm sipping a little bit. Things die down. I go to sleep. Well, we both go to sleep. So I'm not drunk. We both go to sleep. I wake up. As I wake up, she wakes up. For some reason, I don't know why. I felt like, I was like, you know what? I kind of do want to get drunk. I grabbed the Casamigos bottle. I downed pretty much the rest of it. Not at once, obviously. I'm not a fucking madman, but I downed the rest of it. From my perspective, we had a pretty good night. We chilled a bit. We danced when I was conscious, you know, and I went back to sleep eventually. Right? We had relations and we went back to sleep. From my perspective, that's where the night ended for me. But from her perspective, I went to sleep and then I woke up crying, saying I have a second girlfriend, and that saying I'm sorry this is from her mouth. She told me I woke up crying, telling her to check my phone. I had a second girlfriend and saying all type of shit. She's basically saying I got super remorseful and regretful. If you hear this is the goddamn refrigerator in this hotel room. It is loud as shit for no reason. Hold on, let me turn this goddamn. Okay, turn that shit off. All right, but yeah, from her perspective, apparently I woke up crying, saying a bunch of stuff that I was remorseful for, all this bullshit. But here's the thing, I don't believe she's lying. I don't believe she's lying about that. She probably is lying about some part of it, but I don't believe she's lying about the majority of what she said, because that sounds like exactly what was on my mind before I went to sleep. Look at this. Any guy who's ever taken a girl back that's cheated, we both know it's wrong. You shouldn't do that. That's a terrible idea. If she cheated on you once, she'll do it again. Don't be dumb. Do not take her back. But any guy that has done it, you know damn well that shit's gonna be on your mind. And it was on mine apparently, because I was drunk and I was just like, fuck. But mind you, I didn't cheat on the girl the second time. I never cheated on her throughout the whole relationship. That's one thing I will say. Never cheated on her, never. But what I was talking about is the girls I was referencing before. Honestly, don't even know if I said in the first video, but after I broke up, this girl was messing with 2 other girls. So I was talking about one of those chicks, because I really like one of those chicks, I'm not gonna lie. Long story short, I broke up with the girl. I broke up with the girl for a second time. And the reason I broke up with her is because I found out she went to the clinic. She did the whole thing, right? Mind you, it cost me $2,200. And obviously, I should pay that, right? Obviously. But what she did not tell me is when the whole thing was finished, they gave her a check. They gave her a check for a few $100s, and she never gave it to me. And I don't know what that looks like to y'all, but you don't get paid for abortions. So therefore you stole money from me. Put it down in the comments if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong for this, please tell me. I'm gonna ask y'all this. If you take a girl to get an abortion, y'all agree on the abortion, she goes to get the abortion, and the doctor gives her a check for an undisclosed amount, she keeps that check, do you consider that stealing? That's exactly what's happened to me, and I consider that stealing 100%. I broke up with their goofy ass. Now I'm going to the Air Force. So let's buckle in here, buddies. So I'm going to the Air Force. It will be too long of a video if I explain my whole Air Force experience, right? But I went to the military, I had a lot of fun. But fast forward to me getting kicked out the motherfucking military. Fast forward to me getting kicked out of the military. that was some shit. Alright. Throughout the whole process, it was I'm not gonna say one of the best times of my life, but it was definitely one of the most fun. Because you're around a bunch of people that are around your age, and yeah, that's the long and the short of it. I went to the Air Force. I got kicked out of the Air Force. Oh, my job in the Air Force. If anybody's wondering, my job was an A1FC, or I said A1FC. I don't even think that was the job code. But my job was basically airborne linguist. I had to pass the D Lab. I might make a video on that because I know people want to think about the D Lab and like how to take it and all that. But yeah, my job was linguist, so translating languages, blah blah blah. I never got to the fucking school, so technically I didn't even get to do my job, which a lot of people told me, and I didn't know this before I joined. It was one of the best jobs in the Air Force, and my recruiter was telling me that, but I thought he was fucking bullshitting me. Crazy, right? So fast forward, I'm living with my mother. I go back to living with my mother at that point, and it seemed like that was the good thing for me to do. It seemed like that, right? At this point, I'm 20. Yeah, I'm 20 at this point. I don't have a degree, or at least not a complete degree yet. And my mother, she's a big person on like either you're going to school or you're going to the military, which is basically what she made me choose from before. But I guess my mother didn't think I was making progress quickly enough. You know, I had a job. I think I was doing pretty good. I guess she didn't think I was making progress quickly enough. So she really wanted me to live with my dad, which is currently what I'm doing now. But for now, yeah, that's kind of where the story ends off. Thank you guys for encouraging me to make these videos, because I'll be honest, I don't know if I'd be making this video right now at 12 at night. My camera wants to focus. I don't think it's gonna focus, but I don't think I'd be making this video right now on 12 a.m. if I didn't have that encouragement from my friends, you know. So I definitely want to thank all my friends. Yeah, this video is nearing like 23 minutes, and I don't want it to be as long as the last one. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for coming back if you're a return visitor, and I hope you stay around. I hope you subscribe. I hope you share with your friends. Like, comment, subscribe, and it's been Jaquez. Peace.